Hi, I'm Sunil Vatal. I work for BDO as an Associate Director. I am currently deputed at MP SEDC, which is a corporation under MP government, and we create e-governance applications for the state. So, as you know, the industry or the sector that I'm looking at is e-governance right now. And frankly speaking, in e-governance, hyper-personalization is at a nascent stage. If you look at it at a first thought, you may think that e-governance there's not much scope for hyper-personalization. But if you go down granular, yes, there is a lot of scope. You can personalize, you can hyper personalize a lot of things in customer centric services. You can do the same for government benefit schemes where you can look at targeted applications, and a lot of stuff needs to be explored in that. There's a lot of scope for further exploration, though it is not in this industry, in this sector, it's not being done right now. Well, when we talk about use cases on my own thought is Netflix is extreme example of a use case for hyper personalization. Similarly goes for Amazon. Netflix, the recommendation engine of Netflix is setting up a benchmark sort of for hyper personalization. Again, for Amazon, most of us use Amazon, and if you look at the recommendations there or the product portfolio that it creates for you is way ahead. It's way ahead of others. From an industry perspective, it is e-commerce. E-commerce and retail are the major forerunners for hyper personalization. You see it everywhere in e-commerce. Also banking. I would say banking is following banking also. There's a lot of hyper personalization happening. Hospitality sector has a huge scope, although they are doing a little bit, but then hospitality can go to any extent. There's a huge they can bring a revolutionary impact for hyper personalization. In short, we can see hyper personalization happening in every sphere, albeit with varying degrees. There is somewhere it has been harnessed to the core, somewhere it's not being harnessed yet, and there's a lot of stuff. Well, if you are looking at it, it is predictive analytics plays a major role in predicting customer behavior. Similarly, prescriptive analysis comes out with recommendations for the customer. And when you look at it combinedly, predictive and prescriptive analytics, they would jointly get into a mode where customer satisfaction go up. You can look at customer engagement and re-engagement, repeat customers happening, and increasing customer interest in a particular product or your industry. And there are certain things which can be harnessed. For example, you can look at selective loyalty programs. You can look at dynamic pricing. Most of the e-commerce sites have started resorting to dynamic pricing. We see that in terms of transport. Similarly, we can leverage agentic AI. Agentic AI can be leveraged for service chatbots, where responses based on customer preferences. So another aspect that needs to be looked at is that we have a lot of data, and this data comes from multiple sources. So we look at multiple source data. We look at data for a customer. We look at his data on social media. We look at his data from his browsing history, his purchase history, spending patterns. All of this is collated. The collation of data from multiple sources is a huge exercise, and this is something where you use analytics for multiple source data to create further recommendations or to analyze further customer behavior. Now, basically the idea is increased customer engagement. We also have all these analytics can lead us to selected and targeted offerings, can lead us to timely offerings. There's also a timing. When does a person X is likely to go in for purchasing a particular product? So it's both timely as well as targeted. Now, something very of late, what is happening is it goes to next level. Another level could be that a customer today is booking a holiday. And then, just because he's booked a holiday, there's another organization targeting him for luggage. So these are interdependent. When you know a customer, see, this is where it goes, the analytics goes. A customer has done activity X. This is going to be likely to be followed by Y, activity Y, which is likely to be followed by product Z, and so on. So linkage across products, cross-product linkage, that's also which comes in, and all this is related with analytics. Overall, the organization benefits from usage of these tools. Basically, increased revenues. It leads to an increase in revenue. It leads to reduced costs and elevated customer experience.